started a new project to see what would happen with a solar panel that is actually wired into the ground of the greenhouse. So Ewan's created the circuit with the wires going through the dirt, the soil. We always make sure we've got plenty of our own garden food on the ground, and there is also compost. Now these guys have been in for quite a while, but the most remarkable thing that has happened since we got this solar panel in is these ones. When I planted them a week ago, they were just out of one of those 6-cell punnets that you get from the garden centre, but they were really miserable looking. They wouldn't, and I was sort of actually wondering whether it was worth buying them, but it was the only ones left, so it was like, oh yeah, I'll give them a go. But look how healthy they are now. And big. They certainly weren't that big a week ago. The other thing that's happened is we've got these self-sown tomatoes, plants that have come up from the compost. Well, they were just thinking about coming up last week, but now they're amazing. So we're just quite excited to see what happens. You can see in the corner over here, that's where the wires come in from the solar panel, copper wires. And then we've got copper wire coming in here. So in our garden blend from EcoFarm, we've got Ewan's Probitas, and he often calls Probitas like a solar panel for your garden, a solar panel for your farm, and it is part of the base blend that goes into every blend that we make of fertiliser. So that's 1 week in on the 12th of July. So I've just put the seedling tray out into the glass house where we've got our solar panel out there that is running current through the soil. The seedling tray's been actually by the fire for probably 10 days, and this is all that's come up. There's actually 5 rows of seedlings. That one's, I can't see anything at all. So the question is it too cold, wrong time of year? Are the seeds too old? Problem is, I can't tell what I'm growing here just yet because the cat decided to take out my little ice block sticks that had the names on them. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing if the electrical current makes a difference to how these are. And today is the 12th of July. This is the 13th of July, and these seedlings have been out here for a day. And look, we have one popped up in this row. It wasn't there yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just see how they all turn out. All these guys are still looking pretty darn good. Actually, like that one is up to the joint of my finger there. We will continue to measure. Look at these monsters. We are quite delighted with the size of these. Can't wait for them to actually get fruit on them rather than just leaves, but hey ho, no beetroot. And the little tomato plants, which started out absolutely incy. So I think we're about 3 weeks on our solar panel trial. Starting to get little broccoli heads in there. The beetroot is not baby. These are the seedlings that we put in. Triffids. And those are the seeds that I was getting nothing by the fire with. I don't actually think these plastic punnets give it enough contact with the soil, which has the current running through it. So even though they are doing well, I don't think they're doing that well, as if they were planted. Those tomatoes are right there. These are our tomatoes here. So the triffids. It's the 25th of August today, and we seem to have grown triffids. The growth in here is absolutely remarkable. And little broccolis. They're doing really well. The tomatoes. We have flowers. But this one here is, these four in the corner here are those seriously terrible seedlings that I bought, that there were no others to buy. These two. Just amazing the growth in here. So we've also got my seedlings. They're actually doing quite well. Those cabbages over there are doing really well. They'd probably do better if they were directly in the ground. I sort of nudged them in a little bit so that the holes of their containers were in the ground, but I think they're being held back, even though they're doing really well. So this is, it's remarkable, the difference. Like this leaf is up to the top of my leg. Can't wait to see the massive broccoli. Stay tuned.
So I wanted to test out what would happen if I ramped up the electricity, sort of what it would have been like back when the Earth's magnetic field was 4 Gauss, which is 10 times higher than what we've got. So I got one of Dad's spare solar panels, put in the positive this end, negative this end to go with the Earth's magnetic flow, electrical flow, and wanted to see what would happen. So we did that in July and August. Now, come and have a look. So the whole experiment was about proving how much an electrical effect has on the soil and plant production. And in here, with a super concentrated area with a really high electrical field, we've bounced this through the roof. Out there on the paddock, it does the same effect, not quite to the extent of this, but it has been an exact replica of what goes on when you get the soil right, electricity going through it, and bang,